in Delray Beach. We are back, take 2, new year, technology. But you got to see some of our highlights from last year, and this year is going to be
even better.
I think even better.
Even better.
I mean, we're starting off in the most beautiful place here at Juniper Health, and
Gorgeous.
I don't want to leave.
No, it's amazing in here. It's bright, it's open. It's not what you think a typical like medical facility would be.
No,
It's
it
very
feels
welcoming.
like home. I came in, I was like, oh, I could stay here a while. What do I need checked out while I'm here? I mean, this is just such a beautiful, welcoming place where you can get the medical attention you need.
Yeah, and the greatest thing is it's really good in this times where people don't have insurance or they're underinsured to come in here, get a membership, and be able to get the primary care that they need without having to wait for long appointment times or sit on hold forever. They even have options where you can text them. So
I think we've got a super fan here. And I know there are a lot of super fans running around Delray Beach because I have heard about Juniper Health on repeat. So when I found out we were coming here, I was so excited.
Yeah.
And of course, for those of you who haven't realized, Jamel is not here today because he did have a flight delay while he's in Texas. So, you know, we're just rolling with it, 2022 style.
Yeah, I'm glad I wore real clothes here today. I didn't even realize I was going to host until I got here. So
thank God, because it could have been a real weird show otherwise.
Absolutely.
Well, we always appreciate you jumping in and filling the chair,
Happy
and
to do it.
especially on such a great place that you firsthand know.
Yeah, so actually Dr. Jim Lim saved my life. That's a fun story that we'll talk about when he comes out. So stick around for that. But actually I've been helping him out with some of their online marketing and things like that. So I've actually seen kind of the evolution of this building come to out. Like I said, it's beautiful. The design's beautiful. I mean, the staff here is great.
Even the marketing materials. I mean, everything, every touch point here is just phenomenal. And you know, because I always like to talk about aesthetics of things, even the bathroom is beautiful. And not to hate on other doctors' offices, but when do you go to a doctor's office and you say, oh, look at this bathroom? I mean, that's not what they're usually known for. They're usually known for, you know, medical, and that's it. Here, you get great medical care and a beautiful environment.
Yeah, it's very welcoming, very comfortable, and I think it's a great addition here in Delray Beach.
So excited. So should we welcome
Yeah, I mean, we probably
everyone
should.
from Juniper Health, or should we just sit here and gush over it all day?
Yeah, we might as well bring them out.
All right, so we have James Lynn, and he said Lynn earlier, and now it's in my head. James, you're in trouble. James Lynn, who is the physician. We have Anna Favoretto, the nurse practitioner, and we have Carly McMinn, the health coach, all here from Juniper Health. So you got in my head, your name is the easiest one. And I was like, oh no, Dr. James Lynn, got it. And now I was gonna say Lynn.
Don't say Lynn.
And then I did it, guys. You know, that's how we do here.
Yeah.
We have to mess up a name every week. I think that's like our thing. Every week something gets messed up. Guys, this is incredible. I mean, I don't want to leave. And I mean, Sean was right. Like, this is just quite the place. So what you have created really is just a warm, inviting office for people to not have to be scared to go to the doctor.
That was what we intended.
Well, you nailed it. So for people who aren't familiar, can you just give us a little bit of information? What is Juniper Health and what makes you different? Because there's a very special model here that is great for everyone, frankly.
So what we wanted to create here with Juniper Health, well, what we are, we're a membership-based medical office, a direct primary care office, and a wellness center. You know, we know that over the past, especially over the past few years, but this isn't something new, that it's always been a little bit of a challenge to get the kind of the health care that you need, or rather get your questions answered or know what you need to do. You know, especially over the past couple of years with everything going on, it's been hard. Because you know, how many times over the past year or two has something come up where you're like, I need to see a doctor, or I think I need to see a doctor, but I'm not sure what to do. And then unfortunately, some people you'll end up in the urgent cares or the emergency rooms. And you never actually even get the care that you need.
Right.
So what we really wanted to do here was provide an environment where we can have our patients directly access us, and then to kind of take out a lot of all the confusion, a lot of the complications that it goes with our normal healthcare system now. So here we have you come in, we have you pay like a membership into our center, and that includes like all your visits and everything with us, to sit here, talk with us. You have extended visits. We're not rushing you out to do anything. Like, I think for the first several months, like my average appointment time was like 2 hours.
Oh, that's
just because there was enough
amazing.
time to sit and talk, and that's the kind of model we're trying to make, and try to make it simple for you guys.
I mean, that's huge because there's so many times that, like, I mean, I'm personally guilty of it. I'm like, oh, well, I don't have time to go to the doctor. I'm gonna have to wait for 4 hours, and like my appointment's at noon, but I know I'm gonna be until like, 3 o'clock realistically, like, and then so you get stressed out. So I love the fact that you can just come here, you have your set time, and you're gonna take the time to answer questions. Because sometimes I think people get nervous and they don't, should I ask, or I don't wanna waste your time. So the fact that you're allowing people the time that they need, I mean, that makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah.
Especially when you need help and you don't know what you're doing. Because we all know, don't Google things, because you're always dying of something. Like, I mean, every time, right?
Yeah.
So one thing that I really love that when we were chatting a little bit earlier, you have a very cool thing that I think a lot of small businesses need to hear about.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one of our big 2022 goals, is starting getting involved a lot more with small businesses. We've talked a lot with the Delray Chamber of Commerce, and we've spoken to several groups of small business owners, and it's been pretty well received because, especially everything's been going on a few years with insurance premiums climbing. It's
Yes.
harder and harder to get coverage for your employees, and for you small business owners who don't have enough employees, you don't have insurance for yourself. So we want to be able to offer those packages to different businesses and employers so that you can, like some employers have approached us, how can we take better care of our employees and sign them up for a membership, and basically in a way they're covered for a lot of their own primary care. They have access to us for other services that we have here, IV therapy, health coaching, and all of that to kind of promote their wellness and not just make it like a bottom line issue with trying to get them insurance just to get them insurance.
Well, and I think that's really big because I know, being a small business owner myself, I'm always trying to think of ways that I could take better care of my team. And health insurance isn't an option for us because it's a lot for a small business. And so I think having the ability to say to my team, hey guys, like if you need this, here's an option, is, huge. And it also helps businesses attract even better people for their teams if they can offer these kind of benefits.
Which is huge right now, right? Because
Yeah.
so many businesses are having trouble employing
Yep.
their own businesses and really incentivizing their staff. And so having a way to offer more benefits to small business owners is massive right now. A lot of people lost their insurance over the past few years with COVID. And even if you have 800 employees, you all know that, or people who have 800 employees in large businesses know, but still that 1 or 2 ER visits in a year, if you can save costs like that because you have a doctor that you can get in touch with, and you can ask questions,
Right.
and you can stop by and there is that access, can save a ton of money for healthcare.
So if I'm like not feeling well in the middle of the night, can I call or text you guys? Like, is there a way to get in touch? Because I think that's one of the things a lot of people these days are
Yeah.
trying to figure out too. Like, oh, I really don't, oh my gosh, like, I'm gonna call myself out. I'm on a new medication and didn't read what I can't take with it, and I really legitimately thought I was having a heart attack, and like I didn't have anyone to call, I didn't know what to do. So would I be able to text you guys and be like, I just really need help? Is that something that you do?
So we have an app that allows you to text us, call us, leave messages and everything.
Huge.
And we've been doing so much, especially over the first 6 months that we've been open, is trying our best to try to attend to all those urgent matters. When we're out of office, it's not always guaranteed, but we know our background is all emergency training background.
Okay.
So we can try to kind of hone in on emergencies and try to do everything we can to reach out and to kind of make sure that we're able to answer your questions effectively and save you those trips to get care maybe that you won't necessarily need,
Right.
or to try to, if nothing else, calm your anxieties behind it.
Right. Because I think right now with everybody not feeling well in some way, shape, or form, I feel everyone, like literally everyone, I think.
Yeah.
But we don't want people swarming the hospital that don't need to go to the hospital when they have a cold, and it's not, major, because then they
To
can't.
have to swarm the hospital.
Correct. So I think being able to come to a friendly office where you can say, hey guys, like I'm feeling this, and you're like, oh no, not COVID, it's something else there, we can figure this out, is also.
And if you think about it too, Delray Beach is big in hospitality and big in tourism. And having worked hospitality for a majority of my life, a lot of those, servers, waiters, bartenders, hostesses, valets don't carry health insurance.
Right.
But they still get sick. They still have issues that arise. So having Juniper here in town is a real benefit to a lot of the hospitality community as well.
Absolutely.
And just touching on that, I just wanted to expand a little more on what we offer with our membership. So with our membership, we've been able to contract with labs and local labs like LabCorp and Quest. And we can offer 90% discounts to all of our members. Wow. So, for example, if you were to go pay cash for an annual, lab panel, that would cost you almost $400, and we can offer it for $35 for our members. So these are just some of the, the benefits that you get from being a member from Juniper Health, because we've already been able to, find those things that we can offer to our patients, and that's part of what we are offering.
And another thing that I noticed in your beautiful pamphlet is here it is, thank you. I was like, that's not that. All of the IV nutritions and things that you offer as well, and 20% off if you're a member, which is great. If you're somebody who gets these regularly, you're saving a decent amount of money in a year just by being a member here. So not only are you getting the healthcare, you're also being able to save on extra things that you may choose to do.
Now, if somebody already has health insurance, right? What are some of the benefits they can get from having a Juniper membership on top of that?
So we actually, probably about half of our panel right now has insurance, and they still utilize their membership in the same way, because oftentimes our membership fees and the costs that you spend outside of them are actually are usually far, far less than what your deductibles are with your insurance.
Right.
So, the analogy that we always give is like, why is it that every time you get insurance for anything, like why do you have homeowners insurance? Why do you have car insurance? Like, is it to fill your tank? Is it to cut your grass? And for some reason, how our system works, health insurance is doing that. Like people, a lot of the healthcare expenditure goes towards primary care. So realistically, what you want to utilize your insurance for is, if God forbid anything crazy were to happen, that it can help you for those emergencies. But a lot of times what we've seen over the past several years is that because as premiums go up, as deductibles go up, people are like, I don't think I really need to go in to see to get my normal, I feel good, I'm healthy, I don't really need to see anybody right now. And then they put off a lot of that because they know that when they show up, they're gonna get hit with like a $50 to $100 copay. Then they're gonna have to pay out of pocket for their labs, any imaging. Then they're gonna have to pay out of pocket for every single thing. And it's really, number one, it's very complicated. So already there's a lot of pain having to think about. You don't even know what's gonna happen as soon as you go to the office. And then on top of that, there's the financial burden. So we want to be able to kind of guide our members, and not just our members. We're trying to provide a community and build a community here where we can kind of be guides through the system. So even if it's not through us, to find a way to best utilize your healthcare dollars and best utilize your own money, so that you don't have to worry about that next thing crippling you.
Yeah.
Which, so many of us are trying to navigate and don't have anyone to talk to. So it's like having, and you said it so beautifully in here, it's like having a family doctor, like a doctor in your family is how you phrased it. And that's really what it feels like, based on all of these things that you can provide. It's like calling a friend or a family member and being like, hey, what do I do? Instead of Google, don't go on Google. We love Google for other things, but I'm telling you, every time I Google something, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm dying. My husband's like, yeah, you're Googling things again, aren't you? He's like, yeah, no, Google didn't go to medical school. But yeah, I'm blown away by everything that you offer here. And this is one of those things that everyone should look into. See if it works for you. I'm going to bet it probably will, because of all of the services that they provide, and at such a reasonable price. Like, that's the thing. I was like, oh, this is gonna be expensive. And I'm looking, and I was like, wow, that's what the membership is? So do you want to tell people what the membership costs are, so they are familiar?
Yeah. So our plan started at $99 a month, and we do have a registration fee. It is currently waived. It'll be going live in February. So now's a great time to sign up. We're also gonna do 50% off 1 month of membership today.
Wow.
Wait, you gotta say that again.
It's $50. I will also say we bill at the end of the billing cycle. So if somebody were to sign up today, they would get charged in a month. So if you hate us, which
No,
they'd
impossible.
have to be a really nasty person to hate you guys.
You're just confident that you won't. Then you don't get billed until the end of the billing cycle. So we're really confident in the services that we offer. And then I have to circle back to one thing that I just hear consistently from our members. even our members who have insurance, which is that great insurance. You can have the best, most expensive, most fantastic insurance ever, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna get what you need from your doctor. And a lot of people will still say, I'm coming to Juniper Health because even though I have great insurance, I can't get in to see my doctor for a month. And even when I get in, I'm in the waiting room for 4 hours, and then I have 15 minutes with my doctor to ask a list of questions that I've been like writing for a month, because it's like going to war sometimes to get those
You can't
things.
get in for at least a month. I mean,
Totally. And there are great doctors out there.
Yes.
This is not a bash on the doctors, because they're in the system that set them up for that. But we purposefully wanted to do membership based so that we could offer that level of access and care. And so we really, really are passionate about including that. Our visits are included in the $99 a month. The labs are an additional cost, but they're usually discounted up to 90%. So the types of things that you see, people like my mom got a chest X-ray for $30. She has insurance, but she has a high deductible. She's not trying to meet it. And she was able to get her chest X-ray for $30, not wait 2 months on the phone with their insurance company. There's just so many things that you can do, that we can do better for people through the membership and through that $99.
So if they sign up today, though, 50% off their first month.
First month.
Wow.
First.
that's
First.
huge. I mean, really.
50 bucks.
That's amazing, because you
deal.
think about it, like you get to test it out, like you said, and then God forbid you don't like it, which I can't imagine, but God forbid you don't.
Or you fall in love with us. Be careful. That's a really real option.
Oh, that is a real option.
I believe that one, because I mean, everything, I think I want to hang out
We're
here the
gonna
rest
get
of
a
the day.
bedroom for Sean in the back.
Yeah, I know it's weird, but I do have a picture of all 3 of them on the nightstand next to my picture of my wife. So,
We're
Sean,
bigger.
don't tell anyone we're live.
you know.
We're big believers in kind of like a prove yourself model. You know, like we would love people to come in and talk to us, see our space. Like we want to get people through the doors, because I think that once you see what we do, once we talk with you, you'll see how it'll benefit you. And I'm also not a believer in like, I don't want to take people's money and then not offer them something back. It's like, it doesn't make me feel any better. And we're really wanting to kind of keep this community with our members something that where we never fail to be too busy. You know, that's why we actually have like a capped number of patients that we want to know.
Okay,
Like
that was actually something I was
but we're not going to have too many people come through, just because at some point things get too busy.
Yes.
And we don't need that to be like that. We don't want it to be like that. So yeah, we want to keep it just the same kind of community, so that we want to keep building value into our memberships and not taking them away.
That really is wonderful. And I think that, I mean, like you said earlier, people can come and see you and talk to you.
Yeah,
And
so if you're not ready to sign up right away because you don't fully understand or you just don't feel ready, I can understand that. So I encourage you to just make an appointment, come in.
Just come by.
Just come see us.
they're so nice, and it's so beautiful. Even the pictures don't even do it justice, and the pictures are great. Like, it is just such a bright, airy, happy office.
Now, the only thing that we haven't really touched on a lot is the IV services. Do you want to go into a little bit on that? 'Cause I know
And
that's
health coaching.
exploded lately.
Oh yeah, let's talk about the health coaching, because
Yeah.
I want to understand what that is, because that sounds phenomenal.
Well, the thing with health coaching is, and so I'm a registered nurse and a health coach, and with health coaching, most of the time, when we aren't Googling things, right, when we don't think we're dying, we have a lot of the answers of what we think we need to know. We know we need to do to take small steps to get healthier. And a lot of times having either accountability, someone who's helping you through mindset, and then offering also the medical insight into that. Okay, so here's a couple steps that you can actually take that will build results in your life. And here's some mindset tips that you can actually implement so that you can get to a point where you want to do these things, right? We all know, drink water, get sleep. Who here slept more than like 8 hours last night? It doesn't. So it just doesn't happen. So having that accountability, having someone to work through some of those things with, and even somebody who can talk through, like the doctor's like, okay, eat more this way, and you're like, awesome. And then you have someone that you can kind of tag team that goal with is huge. Absolutely. And then our IV services, so our IV nutrition and hydration. So we have vitamin IV services, and we just have regular hydration. That can be for anything from immunity, which is a big thing we've seen lately. A lot of people who've been traveling will come in,
get their IV nutrition for immune boosting prior to going to see family. That's been huge. Or people who've been traveling, even people who've recently been sick, recovered, needed an immune boost. That's amazing. We do offer 20% discount to our members. We also just have like pick-me-up IVs. Like you're deficient in something, or you had a really fun weekend and you want to come hang out, right? Stop by. We have recliner chairs with little heating and a little massage vibe, so you have a nice nap and an IV, and we'll take good care of you.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
It's like a spa. What is
And
happening
people around
here?
or may actually sit and talk to you for
Oh,
while
that's
you're getting your IV.
wonderful.
Right? Yeah, and Jim's really great with like mental health as well, so he might sit down and you might have a whole session with him.
Oh, get some therapy, want to get
Robbins
your
on
IV,
you.
want to get a massage. I mean, guys, I don't know how this keeps getting better, but somehow it does. I'm like, where's the paper? Where do I sign up?
Right?
So if people want to sign up because they're watching and they're like, this sounds like exactly what I need, like I'm saying, because I do need this. How do we sign up?
So you can come, like if you go to our website, juniperhealthdelray.com, there's a link right on the front how to become a member, and you can sign up through there. Alternatively, our number's on the website as well. You can call us, you can text us. If anything you need,
text our office number.
yeah.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
If anything you need to discuss with us or you have questions, just call or text us. Like we respond, and this is one of the things that I mentioned is kind of strange when you talk about talking to your doctor, talking to an office, is we respond to like probably 80% of the messages ourselves. We have a fantastic office manager who handles everything. Lee's fantastic, but we also are the ones answering. We all tag team it because we believe in team-based healthcare. It's not just one thing. It's everyone has a contributing part to it. So we all kind of pitch in for each of our members.
That's wonderful. I mean, everything you're saying is exactly like what I feel we all need in our lives, so that way you can stay healthy, especially in these times where I don't even know what's going on anymore. There's all the things, and have a really beautiful experience while you're here, start to finish.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have nailed it, really, and thank you for having us. This has just been such a beautiful morning.
Thanks.
So
Thanks for
I
having
can't wait
us.
to sign up, and I hope you do too, because you get 50% off.
So
when
you're signing up, if you're going through our website or if you're texting us to say, I heard it through, Delray Chamber, Delray Morning Live, but I guess we can use a coupon Delray Chamber.
We can do a Delray Chamber.
Okay,
Either
so
way,
if you
just
sign
text
up
the
today,
office
but you can always text us and, we'll reply and walk you through.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you so
Thank you so much.
much.
No
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing
How cool is
I
that?
understand why everybody's talking about Juniper Health in town. Because I kept hearing about it. I'm like, what is this? And one of my good friends who's sitting back there kept saying, you need to sign up for Juniper Health. And I'm like, what, do you work there? Like, why do you keep talking about this? He is just such a fan, and he's a patient here, and he loves it. And he's particular, so, So I think that's one of those things where you just need to come on and find out for yourself.
Well, it's one of those things over the last few years, too. We've realized how important health and being healthy and keeping yourself in shape is one of those things that you really need to take care of yourself. And Juniper Health gives you that ability to do that in a welcoming and friendly environment.
Absolutely. And the other thing you need besides your health is to have some fun.
Yes. Oh my gosh, so much fun.
So do you want to introduce our next guest who loves to have a good time?
I don't know if this guy actually needs an introduction or not. If you live in or near Delray Beach, I'm sure you're familiar with our next guest, who is Daniel Hartwell. He's the CEO of United We Rock, which is one of the better networking events. He also runs some Divas on the Beach. He's an event planner. He is a networker. He is a master of everything. Good morning, Daniel.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to be here.
We are excited to have you.
This is super fantastic. You guys are doing a great job, and I just want to give a big applause to Juniper Health.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
I am personally going to sign up and recommend them to all of my businesses.
Well, you get 50% off, Daniel. Better do it today.
better do that today.
50% off today.
I'm in, for sure. Great job from them.
So we want to talk about United We Rock. So what is this, and why does everybody need to know?
Well, United We Rock started years ago. I've been a producer-promoter of giant rock concerts and music festivals for really over 40 years. So I started when I was 2 years old.
Wow.
I've been producing very, very large-scale things, and I had the great opportunity to sell my business to the third largest producer promoter in the world.
Wow.
A little while back.
Congratulations.
And I said, okay, now I'm going to relax. I didn't relax much, maybe a month or two, and I said, geez, it's great living here on the beach in Delray Beach and love this. I ended up writing a novel about John Lennon, and it's a time travel story about John Lennon finding himself in today's world. And it's really cool. It's called Saint John Lennon. It's on Amazon. Was able to actually tour the world and lecture and sign my book. And I ended up going to a bunch of Beatles festivals and different things. And Ringo Starr invited me backstage.
Oh, how
and
cool.
not only did I meet a Beatle, I gave a Beatle my book about a Beatle.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty epic.
Is that bucket list or
That's
what?
That is
crazy.
Yeah, it's a huge bucket
Like,
list.
how is that?
Beyond bucket list.
How is that like real life? Like, that's one of those that you're like, how can that happen? Like, that'll never happen.
Yeah.
And you made it happen.
I've had some incredible moments with my novel. A time-traveling John Lennon. I actually was able to meet with Bill Clinton.
Wow.
And James Patterson, the #1 writer in the world, and there I was between them talking about John Lennon.
Wow.
And it was
That's
another
incredible.
pinch me, is this happening moment.
Yeah.
And so I was able to do some things, and one day I said, maybe I'm not retired. And I looked up and I went, okay, I'll do it. And someone said, do what? I said, I'm going to do the biggest Beatles festival ever. And
Wait, is it coming back?
well,
We've all been anxiously waiting to see if it's coming back. My 5-year-old asks me still, when is Beatles on the Beach? She even made up a little song. I'll have to film it for you and show it to you. She went bananas, and they had the costume contest the last time, and
Right.
she won.
Right
So
on.
she was so excited. So all she wants to talk about is, when is Beatles on the Beach coming? And then when I saw you run, I was like, Stella, I'm gonna find out if it's coming back because I know it's your favorite.
So I'm going to say we're working on it.
Okay, okay.
Absolutely working on it. I want to make it happen.
You have to.
The first one was in 2019. And
It was a
10,000
blast.
10,000 Beatles fans came into town. And it was so fun. We had Edgar Winter here, he's the sax player for Ringo Starr. He did the song, Come On and Take a Free Ride. He was here. We had full orchestras
was
playing
amazing.
Beatles bands. We had Beatle bands from around the world, the Brazilian Beatles, the Japanese Beatles, the Swedish Beatles, the Norwegian Beatles.
Was there a Beatles group that you liked best from the world?
Actually, the Norwegian Beatles were just top notch.
Really? So what made them stand out?
They really had it down, every single harmony to the T.
And he's an expert on this, so.
They're perfectionists.
Okay.
They really are perfectionists. But having that event here, having it sell out and having, thousands of
Pineapple
people.
Grove, you had the cutouts of the Beatles. I mean, it was just such a
It's an
fabulous
event.
event.
So we're working on it.
Okay.
And, we're waiting for Old School Square
Yes.
to get it together with the city. I know there's some problems going on there. Which brings me to what United We Rock is all about. What happened in 2020, of course, the virus came along and shut down everything. And so with that shutdown, a lot of people weren't getting together, and I had researched some networking events out there, and or went to a few, and there was 11 people in them, and they didn't have much going on. And I said, a networking event's cool, but I want to make it more united. And I've owned the trademark United We Rock for many years. I've licensed it out to the band Styx, REO Speedwagon, Don Felder from the Eagles.
Wow.
He wrote Hotel California.
Yeah.
Many others. So when I put together this networking event, I said, I'm going to have live music, I'm going to have food, I'm going to have art. We have a charity involved every time, and we raffle off really cool guitars.
I mean, they're really cool. Really cool. And those events, by the way, he's underselling it. the United We Rock networking events get hundreds of people. And it's really great to see a lot of people that are able to expose their new businesses or their startup businesses, like to really get out there and see the variety of people that show up to these networking events. It's phenomenal. What you've put together, I mean, really is an amazing networking event where
I have to check this out.
it's something for just about everybody there.
Right. Well, thank you. And that's what it is. We want people from all walks of life and all businesses, not just real estate, not just insurance. You know, there's gym owners there. There's, you know, there was a woman doing hair extensions there last time. And, you know, 3 or 4 women came and went, see my new hair? I was like, hey, that's cool.
It's also a great place for artists to display their art or the projects that they're working on or some of the different creations they've came up with.
This is great.
Yeah.
So when's the next one? Because I want to check it out.
So we got a special one coming
Okay.
up. We're going to have a special outing this time. We typically do it the first Thursday of the month each time, but we're going to switch it to the first Sunday this time. And we're doing it at a new place, which is a phenomenal new restaurant, bar, all of that, called Mezzo Beach House.
Oh, right.
So it used to be called Che.
Yeah.
And it's on the Intercoastal.
Beautiful.
So
I remember it as Old Calypso.
It's been so many. That spot.
Yeah, just to date myself.
This one's gonna. This is the winner.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be there.
So we're gonna have a special Sunday fun day
Wow.
outing
I
at
love
this
it.
one on the 6th.
Now, is there a fee to attend? You have to buy a ticket? You have to RSVP?
Okay, so there's never been a fee to attend in the, let's see, 18 months that we've been doing it now. We never charge for anyone to come in and do it. We do have vendors and sponsor opportunities. So if there's someone out there who wants to be a vendor or a sponsor, again, as you said, we typically have 300 to 400 people there.
Yeah.
Mainly all small business owners who like to show off what they're doing and talk to each other. And so many people have done really cool things. We've had a bar there recently that they set up and they gave out it's called Taste Bars. And they had given out their taste bar and they set up at the Green Market too when they came over. And members of the hotel that's in Palm Beach, the big one,
The Breakers?
The Breakers.
Yeah.
The Breakers had seen them at United We Rock event, and they said, why don't you put it in the Breakers?
Wow.
What an
in the
opportunity.
break.
That is a huge
And it's
opportunity.
grown so much now that they've actually been asked to put it in all the fresh markets.
Wow.
So
And from your event,
it's gone-
that's
gone
so
national.
exciting.
You know, I have a friend that has a boutique here in Delray. She might be interested in displaying some of her goods and wares at United We Rock.
And who would that be?
It's this place called A Little Wild. Amanda
Yes.
Perna, you may have heard of her.
It is a little wild, isn't it?
It is A Little Wild,
is
yeah.
But we accept all kinds of businesses. We want you to network with other businesses. That's what it's all about. It's everyone from all walks of life really getting together, celebrating life and their small business
That's wonderful.
and making
Yeah.
it happen.
That
But
is great.
I'm looking forward to doing this at Mezzo.
Yes.
I went and toured it the other day. Have you seen it
I
yet?
haven't seen it yet.
You have to do a show there.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. They've put millions of dollars into this place. They're planning on having a rooftop also.
Wow.
You know, we love rooftops
We-
here in
yeah,
Delray Beach.
it's kind of a thing.
Anytime there's a rooftop, we're like, woo!
I've had some great food and drink there the other day. They were outstanding.
Okay.
So,
and what was that date again? So for
So-
everybody who wants to check it out.
So it's Sunday, February
Okay.
6th. What date am I in
I know, I'm like,
today?
I don't know what year
Right.
we're at anymore
Yeah.
either.
It's very early.
February 6th.
February 6th. So we're going to start it a little bit earlier, so
Okay.
4 p.m. And it's a Sunday fun day type of thing.
That
It's
sounds
all
amazing.
free. If someone really wants to know more about it, they can join our Facebook group,
Okay.
and that's where we all meet. And there's thousands of us on there.
And what is the Facebook?
It's United We Rock Networking Champions.
Okay.
So if
Yeah.
you want to be a champion, just join our Facebook group,
Mm-hmm.
United We Rock Networking Champions.
So speaking of networking champions, obviously you are the title belt holder champion with networking. If somebody in the chamber wanted to learn how to network, Is there any opportunities you have coming up where maybe you're going to teach how to network or pass
that's a
those
good
skills
one.
on to somebody else?
Well, as you know, I think you might have a clue also, but we have this event coming up where I'm actually holding workshops. The first date got moved into later February. What is the date, do you know?
Sarah?
Sarah.
February 8th. Okay.
Right after the Sunday Fun Day, so this would be perfect.
So you get to have fun and
Yeah.
meet some people
Right.
and then learn
Right.
how to do it better the next
And
time.
we'll bring them all with us over to the chamber.
Yes.
So I'll be teaching people and instructing people and letting you know some of the clues that I've had for many, many years of, how not to be shy
Yeah.
and how, successful people out there, the difference between someone successful and someone who's not. The most successful people out there are the people that made a ton of mistakes and had many, many failures, and I've had many. And those are the successful people out there because we learn from them, we move on, we persevere.
Yep.
Perseverance is the key to all businesses and learning from your mistakes and making everything better.
So this is just a snippet of what's going to happen at this
Yeah.
networking event
Yeah.
and learning how to network from him. I mean, I'm sold.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, these are the kind of things that everyone wants to know about. Like, how do I become successful? Like, oh, well, I'm always failing. And so to hear this coming from you who's built these epic events, I mean, that's a perfect person to learn from. Somebody who's been there, done it, has seen it happen before.
In all businesses, I mean, everything is competitive today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything is competitive. Even, rock bands out there.
Yeah.
If the
Yeah.
Rolling Stones came out today, would they be number one right away? I don't know. There's, a billion more bands out there. There's a million more health companies out
Yep.
there. So competition is fierce for you. You have to get out there more than ever
Yep.
and make sure you market yourself
Yep.
and
Marketing's key.
Yeah,
be there.
it is.
Like you guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've had the pleasure of working with Daniel on a few events and things, and his ability to not only educate people about what he's working on, but his ability to bring people in. Like, even listening to him talk at meetings, people are just on the edge of their seat,
What's the
hanging on the edge of your
enthusiasm
word.
too?
Yeah.
Like the enthusiasm behind your messaging, you
Yeah.
know? And I think that's something that comes across with everything that you're doing is the enthusiasm. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember when we were doing Beatles on the Beach years ago now. Isn't that crazy to
is
say? It's been
crazy.
years. And we were learning about it from you.
Yeah.
And Ryan and I were like, oh, this is really great. And it was the enthusiasm
The
in
excitement.
the explanation and the
Yes.
excitement. So being able to learn that too is huge.
Key. Yeah, I think it'll be good. If you want to find out about Beatles on the Beach coming back, or
'Cause it
any of
has
Daniel's
to.
stuff, or you want to attend United We Rock, or you want to sign up for, what is it, Meetings and Greetings, I think is the name of the, the name
Meetings
of the
and Greetings,
program.
so cute.
You could obviously check out Daniel's Facebook page, United We Rock Networking Champions, or you can go to the Delray Beach Chamber website, delraybeach.com, find it under events, RSVP, register. It'll be a great time.
Amazing. Well,
I'm
thank
looking forward to this,
you.
looking forward to bringing Beatles on the Beach back,
Yes!
making United We Rock and doing bigger United We Rock events, hopefully at
They
Old
can get
School
bigger?
Square.
Yes,
Yes.
that would be great. Well,
would be
thank
great.
you.
Thank
We
you
can't
so
wait
much,
to see
Daniel.
this and the new spot.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Fantastic.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Fantastic.
What
I'm
a way
excited.
to, yeah, what a way to kick off this week. I mean, that
Right?
was Wednesday, but man,
This
I'm
is-
jazzed.
It is like, I mean, we get to talk about so many cool things. And as always, I'm gonna gush because our town is the greatest. Look at all of these
Yeah.
people that we have, incredible businesses, incredible events. Right here.
There's nowhere like Delray Beach. Like I
No.
said, we have the best people, we have the best businesses. In my opinion, the best Chamber of Commerce. Stephanie, that one's on you. But it's really a great town full of great people who are doing great things. And I'm happy that every once in a while I can sit in here with you and help
Yes, we get to
highlight some of these
celebrate.
people and some of these businesses and celebrate all that is Delray Beach.
Yes. And Sarah, do we have any other announcements today?
Oh,
Oh, Sean's got the paper. They're hiding papers from me.
you know, I'd love
Here
to
we
go into these things
go.
cold. All right. So we have there we go. Thank you. We have a new member orientation coming up on Thursday, January 13th. It's 8:30 to 10 via Zoom. It's free to attend for new members. The 2020 program partner for that is going to be South State. If you're a new member, I highly recommend going to these orientations. Kim Beckett puts them on. She's fantastic.
wonderful. Yeah.
It just really gives you a guide on how to get the most from your chamber membership. So again, that'll be Thursday, January 13th. So is that tomorrow?
Hold on, my watch on. I'm like,
That's
how did I
tomorrow.
know that?
Wow.
That's
We're in the middle of the
fast.
month.
How I
Wow.
don't know.
So that's 8:30 to 10 on Zoom. Now, there's this really great group that I've been a part of for a couple of years now called YPAD, the Young Professionals of Delray Beach. We are going to have our world famous social coming up on Wednesday, January 26th from 5 to 7. It's going to be at the OG. If you, this is another Delray thing. Like, if you haven't been to the OG yet here in Delray, this is a great time for you to come check it out.
Such a cool
It's
spot.
one of those hidden spots.
Yes.
It's a local spot. Such a cool vibe. I know they're having like dog meetups and stuff.
So
like,
cool.
The
It's a
staff over
great
there
place.
is wonderful. So if you are under 40 and you're a business professional, this is my last year of YPAD, by the way. I'm going to age out.
Oh no.
I'm going to age out. So if you're under 40, like me, that just sneaks in, 5 to 7, January 26th, all young professionals. You don't have to be a member of the chamber to come to this. Show up. You get 2 complimentary drinks provided by the OG.
Wow.
And they're great drinks. by the way.
They're wonderful drinks.
Don't forget to bring your business cards. Ticket price is going to be $15. Pre-registration is required at Chamber of Commerce, the website there. It's, did we change the website address? Oh, because this says chamber.delraybeach.com/events. All right, well. Oh, for the events, gotcha. So. Okay, perfect. All right, well. This is why I like to go into these things
Welcome to
cold.
live.
As we were just talking about with Daniel, Greetings to Meetings, a networking workshop. It's going to be February 8th. It's going to be at 8:30 a.m. You're going to get a really good breakfast from our friends over at Cool Greens, Linton and Federal. Awesome spot.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome spot. Daniel Hartwell is going to be the speaker, obviously from United We Rock. We just heard from him. This is going to be a great opportunity to learn about the do's and the don'ts of networking.
That's huge.
As he said, most successful people he knows are people that made mistakes. So now you can kind of benefit from that experience.
And hopefully not have to make the mistake because
No.
you've learned from somebody else's.
You've learned from somebody else's. That's exactly right. So RSVP at chamber.delraybeach.com/events. I'm still getting used to that. Doesn't have a good mouthfeel. And then that's it. That's the blank
I'm
piece of
excited.
paper.
We're off to a
Yeah.
good year here in Delray Beach and a lot
I
of
love
fun
it.
events and amazing businesses.
Yeah, I think we covered a lot of ground today.
Yeah.
I'm glad I showed up.
And I can't wait to come back here.
Yeah, no, definitely get that membership today. 50% off, 50 bucks. Who doesn't want that? So, yeah, so I think that's all we got, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything else? Sarah, anything else? We're all set. All right. Happy New Year, everybody.
And have a Delray day.